What up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you guys how I make fried oyster mushrooms, giving them a fried chicken vibe. This recipe is pretty simple and easy to follow. Not only that, it is delicious, so if you are interested, you definitely want to keep watching, so stay tuned. Alright, so first I'm going to start off with my wet mix. We're going to make like a vegan buttermilk, and for that I'm using almond milk, apple cider vinegar, and then we're going to give it a kick by adding some hot sauce. And then we're also going to be using the Better Than Bouillon vegetarian no chicken base. If you can't find this one, you can definitely use the vegetable base instead, but I will put a link for this one in the description box for you guys. And after you add everything in, you're just going to give it a quick mix and then set it aside. Now on to the start of the show. We are using oyster mushrooms. I found these at my local Asian market. You should be able to find them there, or maybe like a produce market. And then you're just going to break them up into pieces like this, keeping them attached at the bottom. That way it gives it a chicken thigh, chicken vibe, you feel me? After that, I did rinse them lightly, but you don't really have to. Normally when cleaning mushrooms, I use a damp napkin. If you do rinse them, you want to definitely squeeze out as much of the water as possible, like so. And now I'm going to season these bad boys up. I just put them all in a mixing bowl and then went in with the seasoning. I am gonna put in the description box measurements, but honestly, I really didn't measure. You just wanna season it like you want it to have flavor. The only thing I would say is maybe not go super in with the salt, but you know, go in, but not super in. You want it to have flavor, so season it well. Then after seasoning it, you want to just give it a light toss like this right here, just so that they don't break apart. And then we're going to set this aside and work on our dry batter. And for that I have my flour, and then we're going to add to that some cornstarch, and you're going to season it with the same seasonings that you seasoned the mushrooms with. Now, this is optional. This is black salt. Black salt is normally known for making things taste more like egg, but to me, this gives it a chicken vibe. It doesn't make it taste like egg, it just gives it more of a chicken vibe to me. If you can't find it, regular salt is fine. And then, as you've seen, you guys, I mixed it up. Boom, bam, bam. And then we're going to batter them up. We're going to start with a dry mix first. And yes, I pushed them together to avoid mess. And then on to the wet mix. Give it a little shake. Back to the dry mix. Give it a little shake. And boom, repeat. Here they are, all battered up and ready to go. And guys, if you have gloves, use them, and then just use one hand to batter to avoid mess on the other. Now time for frying. I have my oil already heating up, and to test if it's hot enough to fry, you can use a wooden skewer like I am, or a toothpick or chopstick, and if it bubbles like this, then it is ready to go. You're gonna add them in. You don't want to overcrowd it, and for some reason this piece just don't want to let go. It ain't ready to get fried yet. But yes, you don't want to overcrowd the pan. I only put in 3.5. And then you're going to cook them up for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side.
Telling you now, I ain't come to fight.
All right, now they are ready to come out. I took out the smaller piece first, and then we're just gonna place them on a cooling rack to cool.com. So for the last batch, to give them more like a chicken thigh, chicken wing type of look, all you have to do is kind of push them in like this right here. And this is what you are going to achieve. I mean, if someone were to walk in right now and come over to the stove, they would definitely think that I was frying up some chicken. So if you want to do it like this, you can. You don't have to. I will say if you do, it is going to be a little bit more bready-er in the inside, but all in all, it still tastes good. And we are down to our last piece. Like, look at that. It looks like it came straight from Popeyes. Like, for real. This recipe turned out super duper delicious, guys. Crispy, tasteful, all of the above. If you are looking for a fried chicken substitute recipe, this is the recipe for you. I hope you give it a try. Let me know if you do. Thanks so much for watching. If you like my vibe, go ahead and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Peace, love, and happiness. I'm okay. I'm gonna show you guys how I make fried oyster mushrooms.
I'm telling you now. I ain't come to fight.
I don't know if y'all heard that. Baby, when I used to love you. That literally looks like fried chicken. Fucking chicken. Nature's chicken. If you have gloves, use them. And to avoid mess, just use one hand.